has held purpose. Not always comfort, not always convenience, but purpose. And sometimes, purpose is revealed slowly, like winter soil preparing for spring. As you reflect on your season, I want you to consider something honestly. What season have you been fighting? What have you been trying to speed up or slow down, or resurrect or avoid? Because one thing to realize is that life doesn't bend to our timelines. Our peace comes when we learn to bend to God's. There are seasons when we are called to release what we've been holding on to too tight. As we take these first steps together, I want to invite you to settle into this moment. You may hear the quiet crunch of snow beneath my feet, see the stillness of this winter landscape, or feel your breathing begin to steady. All of it is intentional. All of it is part of the reminder that life moves in seasons. Some loud, some quiet, some blooming, some barren, some filled with clarity, and others where we are simply learning to trust what we can't yet see. Today's meditation is centered on one of the most honest and timeless passages in Scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It names something we all experience, no matter our age, our background, or our circumstances, that everything under heaven has its time. A time to begin, a time to release, a time to build, a time to repair, a time to cry, a time to heal, a time to wait, and a time to move. If we are honest, many of us resist this idea. We want the fruit of a season we have not yet grown roots for. We want answers during what is meant to be a learning season. We want momentum in a season designed for rest. But wisdom comes when we stop forcing life to be what it isn't, and instead learn to recognize what this particular chapter is asking of us. So, as I walk through this peaceful winter scene, I invite you to walk through your own inner landscape. Ask yourself gently, what season am I truly in? And am I treating it with the respect it deserves? Sometimes the greatest growth happens when we stop demanding summer during winter, or trying to harvest in a season meant for planting. So let the quiet guide you. Let the scripture anchor you. Let this moment open you to clarity about where you are and courage for where you are going next. And now, with an open heart and a grounded spirit, let's enter Ecclesiastes chapter 3 together. For everything, there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What do people really get for all their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on us all. Yet, God has made everything beautiful for its own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart. But even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end. So I concluded, there is nothing better than to be happy and enjoy ourselves as long as we can. And people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruits of their labor, for these are gifts from God. And I know that whatever God does is final. Nothing can be added to it or taken from it. God's purpose is that people should fear Him. What is happening now has happened before, and what will happen in the future has happened before. Because God makes the same things happen over and over again. I also noticed that under the sun there is evil in the courtroom. Yes, even the courts of law are corrupt. I said to myself, in due season, God will judge everyone, both good and bad, for all their deeds. I also thought about the human condition, how God proves to people that they are like animals. For people and animals share the same fate. Both breathe and both must die. So people have advantage over the animals. How meaningless. Both go to the same place. They came from dust and they return to dust. For who can prove that the human spirit goes up and the spirits of animals go down into the earth? So I saw that there is nothing better for people than to be happy in their work. That is our lot in life. And no one can bring us back to see what happens after we die. I invite you into a moment of quiet acknowledgement. Acknowledgement of what has stirred in your heart, what has surfaced in your thoughts, and what this passage might be inviting you to carry into your next steps. This chapter reminds us that life is not random. It is not chaos. It is rhythm, pattern. It is intentional timing, woven by God who sees the full tapestry, even when we only see a single thread. Every season you've lived through, joyful or painful, confusing or clarifying, has held purpose. Not always comfort, not always convenience, but purpose. And sometimes, purpose is revealed slowly, like winter soil preparing for spring. As you reflect on your season, I want you to consider something honestly. What season have you been fighting? What have you been trying to speed up or slow down, or resurrect or avoid? Because one thing to realize is that life doesn't bend to our timelines. Our peace comes when we learn to bend to God's. There are seasons when we are called to release what we've been holding on to too tightly. A relationship, a pattern, a role, an expectation of what we thought life should look like by now. There are seasons when we are asked to endure, not because nothing is happening, but because the unseen work in our character is more important than the visible progress we want to measure. There are seasons that surprise us, open doors we didn't ask for, opportunities that stretch us, blessings we didn't feel ready for. And then there are seasons of quiet, seasons where God doesn't say no, He just says, not yet. And it is in those slower seasons, those winter-like moments, that we often discover who we really are, when everything external falls silent. So I want to gently encourage you. Do not despise your season. Do not rush past what this chapter is trying to teach you. Do not compare your timing to someone else's. And do not assume that waiting means wasting. In God's reading, waiting is preparation, healing is progress, stillness is strategy, and surrender is strength. As we approach the end of this walk, I invite you to breathe deeply and ask yourself one simple question. What is this season asking of me? Not the season you wish you were in, not the season other people expect you to be in. The real one. The one your soul is living right now. Maybe it's asking you to let go. Maybe it's asking you to embrace something new. Maybe it's asking you to rest. Maybe it's asking you to be brave. Maybe it's asking you to trust again. Whatever the answer is, know this: you are not behind, you are not late, you are not forgotten. You are exactly in the chapter God is using to prepare you for the next one. So may you walk forward from this meditation with a deeper awareness of the sacred timing over your life. May you honor your season fully, humbly, courageously. May you find peace in the process and hope in the horizon. And may you remember that every season, even the hard ones, carry seeds that will bloom in their appointed time. Thank you for walking with me. May your path be gentle, your spirit grounded, and your heart open to whatever God is shaping in you next. Until next time, stay connected.